Initially, I thought she was joking. Across from me in the snug cafe, my partner stirred her latte nervously with a spoon before delivering the shocking news. She revealed she was setting off on a 2-week trip of self-discovery with her ex-boyfriend. My heart sank. I hoped I'd misheard, but her serious expression confirmed it was no mistake. She softened the blow with phrases like, "It's not what you're thinking, and I need to find myself." Yet, all I could feel was a sting of betrayal. When I asked why her former partner had to be involved in this personal journey, she said he was a key part of her past, someone who truly knew her. And this trip was about finding closure. Her explanation sounded rehearsed, as though she'd practiced it well in advance. My hands shook, not from anger but from the growing realization that our connection was no longer solid. The days after her announcement were heavy with tension. I didn't beg her to stay. If her feelings for me were real, I told myself, she wouldn't even consider leaving. Still, I couldn't quiet the persistent doubts about her true intentions. Her smiles felt forced, her hugs lacked their usual warmth, and her phone seemed glued to her hand. Late at night, I noticed her laughing at messages. Though she claimed they weren't from him, my gut told me otherwise. On the day she left, I stood by the door as she rolled her suitcase out. She gave me a quick peck on the cheek, like I was just a roommate, and whispered, "I'll be back before you know it." Watching her leave felt like watching the final page of a book I wasn't ready to close. My heart was heavy, but I resolved not to contact her during her absence. If she truly cared, she'd reach out to me. The first few days passed in complete silence. No good morning texts, no messages of affection, not even a photo of where she was. Meanwhile, I tortured myself by checking her social media. She posted nothing, but her ex was active, uploading pictures of mountain trails, vibrant sunsets, and intimate dinners by candlelight. She wasn't visible in the images, but I knew she was there. The silence between us was deafening, louder than any words could be. A week into her trip, she sent a short, impersonal message. "Hope you're doing okay." I stared at it for a long time before replying. "Hope you're finding what you're looking for." It felt like communicating with a stranger, not the woman I'd imagined building a life with. The distance between us wasn't just physical. It was emotional, invisible, and possibly permanent. My friends encouraged me to accept the harsh reality. They pointed out that someone who genuinely loved me wouldn't need 2 weeks with an ex to figure out their life. Yet a stubborn spark of hope lingered, wishing she'd come back with a clear mind and choose me. I hated that glimmer of optimism, but I couldn't snuff it out. Love has a way of softening even the toughest hearts, and mine was no different. On the 12th day, I came across a photo that shattered my illusions. Her ex shared a picture from a beach, and though she wasn't tagged, her reflection shone clearly in his sunglasses. That image hit me like a punch, carrying the sharp pain of betrayal. I didn't reach out to confront her. I didn't send a text. Instead, I started packing her belongings into boxes. When she returned, pulling her suitcase behind her, she acted as though the trip had been a trivial errand. She threw her arms around me as if she'd just been gone for a day at work and said, "You wouldn't believe how much this trip helped me grow." I didn't hug her back. I pointed to the boxes piled in the corner. Her smile wavered, and for the first time, she seemed shaken. She tried to explain, swearing nothing romantic had happened, that it was purely a journey of self-discovery. But her words fell on deaf ears. 2 weeks of silence, sneaky photos, and her obvious happiness in his company told me everything I needed to know. I told her I hoped she'd found the clarity she sought because our relationship was done. Her face fell, tears welling in her eyes. She reached for my hand, begging for another chance, but I stepped away. I wasn't angry anymore, just done. Sometimes love doesn't end in a fiery argument but in a quiet surrender. I had come to terms with her leaving my life long before she realized it. That night, she left, crying and pleading, but I didn't chase after her. I sat alone in the quiet of my apartment, a strange peace settling over me. The pain was sharp, but it also set me free. No more uncertainty, no more waiting, no more lies. She had made her choice, and now I was making mine. In the days that followed, I felt lighter. Friends stopped by to offer comfort, but I needed little. I had already faced the worst, watching her walk away with her suitcase. Now I was ready to heal, to rebuild, and to rediscover myself. And this time, I wouldn't need anyone from my past to show me the way.